Hello, guten Tag. So today is 3rd of October. Is also a national holiday for Germany. It's called Unity Day to celebrate the reunification of West and East Germany. Happened since about 28 years ago, since November 1989. I vividly remember this moment because I was a 3-year-old boy on watching the televisions, noticing a wall in some city in the world fell, and now here I am. I'm in Germany, Berlin, and witnessing. It's quite eerie, surreal actually to witness this day because 28 years ago, this city was divided into two countries, two ideologies, and which is quite awesome to experience that. How much they have come, how much after the unification, and this city is great, and there are still parts of the cities where it's still one side is very European and the other side is very liberal, and I'll explain later, or actually you can pick up from some of the other videos. You notice the environment looks different. So today is, because most shops are closed and there are only events and concerts happening in Brandenburger Gate, which may or may not visit because the sun was out for a couple of hours and it's gone again, and it has been raining the last 2-3 days, so it's very unpredictable weather. So that brings me here to make a video about my first month my impression of my first month in Germany, particularly in Berlin. So overall, great, loved the experience. Is exactly what I was asking for. The more locals I speak with, the more events and museums I check out, the more I appreciate their history, their culture, and their way of thinking. It's great. So in terms of lifestyle, I was always trying to put Berlin in between a spectrum of Hong Kong being, fast-paced, stressful, to Sydney, also stressful in a sense, but more laid back, and it has a lot more lifestyles. And no, I was wrong. I think I wouldn't put Berlin in any of the spectrum. In fact, lifestyle in Berlin can be quite diverse. You can choose to be fast-paced, work like a maniac, and party like a maniac. And in fact, there's public transport and infrastructure supporting that. So this city never sleeps. You can party at night from Friday night till Monday morning, and there will be shops and public transport and clubs, of course, and bars to let you do that. And you can also go really expensive, like a high roller, fancy restaurants, entertainment, and cinemas, bars at your disposals. Or you can go really cheap, like where you can live no more than food will cost you no more than €20 a day. In fact, some meals, like average meals, is around €5 to €10, including drinks. So yeah, you can go cheap, or you can go, on the other hand, lay back. Just enjoy, sit back in some family-oriented suburbs to just chillax and enjoy some cup of coffee, or go to a local pub to watch sports. It's very diverse. You can choose to tailor your personal preference. Except rent. Rent, in fact, actually, a real estate agent who has been helping me with the rental, my flat hunt, actually told me that Berlin is the second highest rental market in Germany, thanks to or the influx of skilled migrants, expats, and jobless people like me coming to this attractive city full of opportunities, and yeah. Then talking about opportunities, no one would. Germans are very helpful. They would try to be accommodative to help you, support you, to do what you want. Like for example, if you go to a supermarket, my German's not that great, but I try to. After a month, I try to speak German first, or order food at German first, and until Germans notice that you're a foreigner, and they will try to accommodate you and speak English back to you as much as possible. So they're so good at English, and some people will, and I think Germans are great. Then some more senior people will probably tell you off positively. They love to tell people off positively, to tell you what not to do and whatnot. But that doesn't stop you. Like, they just tell you off because of what they know, and you can still do what you want to do. So it's very liberal in that way. But it's not just fun and games. Like, it's just 1 month. And feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. There are a lot of predictable and unpredictable hoops I need to jump through during this first month, and possibly the next following months. And where should I start? For example, getting a mobile number on a plan or contract is is tricky. Will require bank account, which bank account to set up is also a tricky process, and needs a permanent residential place, which I don't have. And getting a place here would not just require how much money you have in your pocket, in your savings. It will also require how much. It will require the stable income, like a proof of stable income from the employer, and also reference from your current landlord, which I have neither. So it is tricky. There are ways to get around, which I'm still exploring, but it is tricky but at the end of the day, it's all just been, facts driven and process driven. It's just frustrating. I'm in the middle of it, but if I get through them one by one, I will start to appreciate it more, because it's all about risk averse, and factuals. It actually protects both landlords and tenants, and whatever you need to do. And next thing, job wise, I actively look for jobs every day on different platforms such as LinkedIn, Indeed, Stepstone, Toytown, the local, and the German professional social network platform called Xing as well. I see a lot of jobs that actually match my experience and what I want to do, but the only thing is missing is German. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I actually want to. Otherwise, because I actually want a job. But most of the professional jobs does require somewhat level of German, because you're in a German-speaking country after all. To actually appreciate the culture, understanding, and more meaningful talks, you actually need to learn some German and appreciate that mutual understanding more. So for that reason, I've also signed up for a German school to hopefully try to get my German level to the business standard within maybe 1 year. So who knows where I'm going to be after that. But I went to a placement test yesterday with a German school, and thank God they didn't put me on the most beginner class. I think after assessment, I'm the second last one. So that saved me some time. Meanwhile, I'll just keep learning German while finding jobs, and keep finding place and get through this process. But I feel that, you know, I'm quite determined to get through these one by one, because I feel that after getting through all this process and steps, I think I will appreciate why the process is there, and probably enjoy this environment even more. So it's all part of my learning. This is exactly what I asked for. So yeah, I'm so glad to be going through this now. And yeah, so if you have any questions, comments or anything, or about settling in Berlin in particular, feel free to leave any comments and questions in my YouTube channel, Facebook, or just private message me. I'm more than happy to help as much as I know. So yeah, I look forward to hearing from you. Bye.